more ancient history jewelry stories. You may notice that I'm coming to you today wearing my finest Victorian nonsense. That is because for this month's deep dive series, we're going to be covering one of my favorite topics, archaeological revival jewelry. I briefly touched on this topic when I made my 2 videos about Etruscan and Etruscan revival jewelry way back at the beginning of this series. Archaeological revival jewelry is jewelry that was popular from the 1700s through the 20th century that was inspired by or directly copying archaeological finds. Archaeological revival jewelry can be broken down into 3 basic categories. Etruscan revival, which I think is some of the most popular archaeological revival jewelry, Hellenistic revival, which can also be called neoclassical jewelry, and Egyptian revival. All of these styles of jewelry were inspired by finds being made from the 18th through the 20th centuries. I got a lot of really wonderful feedback about last month's deep dive series about the Queen's tombs at Nimrud, and I thought this month we could do something that I'm a little bit more knowledgeable in so that I can stretch this out a bit and give you a little more content. Going to be so much to talk about that I really don't think I can cover it in 5 90-second chunks. This will be the first month where I make at least 1 podcast episode. The video portion of this deep dive, I am going to break it down by era and styles. Next episode's going to be about Etruscan revival. One after that will be Hellenistic revival / neoclassical jewelry, then Egyptian revival, and for the last episode, some of my favorite examples that weren't covered, as well as a little more information about the techniques and the materials used. Because jewelry is a visual medium and podcasts are notoriously not, podcast episodes are going to be focusing on the socioeconomic side of this, mostly the tradition of the Grand Tour in Europe, neoclassicism, Napoleon Bonaparte, the French Revolution, and how all of these things combine to give us some of the most sensational jewelry trends of the last 300 years.